Hey guys, we're going to start with chapter 9 right now. So we got acids and bases here. Um, if we move on down here, so what we got to kind of ask ourselves here is what actually are acids and bases? And so you can see an acid contains H in the chemical formula. It's going to be an important piece. And then when they're dissolved in water, they form H plus ions. Bases, however, produce OH minus ions, and when they're dissolved in water. And so that's what we have here. These are two things that we're looking at. Uh, H plus ions can't really exist by themselves because of how they react. So essentially, you're measuring H3O plus, which won't be a big deal if we refer to acids as H plus. There's three different ways of classifying acids and bases, but the one we're going to use are this Bronsted definition here. So acids are proton donors and bases are proton acceptors. So what you have here is an acid trying to give up an H and the base just taking it. All right. So uh, a lot of things can be both acidic and basic, depending on what you're talking about or depending on the scenario. So we'll get to that later. Um, why are we talking about these? Well, DNA, its name implies it's an acid, deoxyribonucleic acid. Amino acids, these are organic acids with nitrogen. And if you line up a bunch of amino acids together, you get what's called a polypeptide or protein. Ascorbic acid, that's vitamin C, no scurvy here. Your blood is actually slightly basic in a healthy adult, but there are diseases that can acidify the blood and make it too basic. And then your stomach acid, obviously, that's concentrated hydrochloric acid. Zoomed on here, Bronsted acids. It's a little naming situation. Um, all acids must have H in them, so you get HCl here. This is sulfuric acid. It starts with an H. This is sulfurous acid. Starts with an H. This right here, this is acetic acid. What's in vinegar? You're going to have to recognize this particular organic structure. You see the COOH there. That is an organic acid, and it's a structure that plays a huge role in a lot of different processes. And so you're going to have to recognize that. And then phosphoric acid here is just another mineral acid. Carboxylic acids, organic acids. This is a pretty prevalent organic acid, and it's found in just about every biological system, and that's this COOH. You can read here how we name things. I've done a few things in the notes over here. So F minus is fluoride. When you slap an H on it, it becomes hydrofluoric acid. This is nitrate. Slap an H on it, becomes nitric acid. Now, propanoate, that's this ion right here. When you add an H on the end, this is an organic acid because it's got that COOH. It becomes propanoic acid. That 8 becomes ic. And so you can see here, I put that RCOOH. This is an organic acid. This R, there's nothing on the periodic table that is R, but that means it can be any length of carbon. All right, so it doesn't matter if there's just that one carbon there, or if there's 10 of them there. Actually, if there were 10 of them, we'd call that a fatty acid, which you might have heard of.